Hi, I'm Mac McCarthy, and I help people with their breakups. And today I have another breakup story. And if you have a breakup story, please visit writemac.com and send it in. I'll do my best to respond as soon as possible, give you my take, my non-biased, honest take. And that's usually what people say. I really like your honesty. I really like the fact that you tell how it is. Listen, folks, I don't give you a cure on this. Okay, that's if you want to go to someone else and they have some package deal to get your ex back in a moment, or to somehow do this, and this, and everything will be fine. That's not my approach. My approach is to get clarity on the situation, actually see if this is a person you want to get back together, actually see if you were at fault, or if you really want to be sorry, really unpack the situation, and then go from there, okay? And we do that in live coaching sessions. And I'm proud to say I've done quite a few coaching sessions this last year, and I haven't had a bad one yet. And what I mean by that, I don't mean that everyone's getting their ex back, because that's not what I hang my hat on. I mean, afterwards, I usually ask people, I go, was that useful and helpful? Absolutely. Yes, it was. Yeah, that helped me out a lot, right? And when you break up, there's so many issues on clarity. I use that word a lot, like, well, I don't know why she did this, or I did this, and this, and then excuse me, can I interject? And then, well, did you consider this? Oh, shit, I didn't consider that, right? Okay, so let's get right into this story. If you want to book a live coaching session, get them in. All right. Hey, Mac, how are you? I'm writing you to talk about my breakup situation. This is nothing new, but it still takes some getting used to. My girl and I were together for 3 years. She broke up with me recently. I've spent the last few weeks trying to figure things out. The relationship started out really well, and both of us were just having fun and going with it. Never established a title to the situation, but played the parts because we genuinely felt something for each other. Relationships should start out really well. If they don't start out really well, they're going to end really quickly, or they're going to end badly, and it's going to be a painful relationship. Never established a title to the situation, but played the parts because we genuinely felt something for each other. Okay, let me rewind. Rewind here. My girl and I were together for 3 years. She broke up with me recently. I've spent the last few weeks trying to figure things out. The relationship started out really well, and both of us were just having fun and going with it. Never established a title. So you never called her your girlfriend? That's suspect. Why would that be? If you're together for 3 years and she didn't want a title, especially as a woman, there's something to that. But played the parts because we genuinely felt something for each other. When she broke up with me, she told me that she didn't like the way I handled things and brought up old things from the past that I thought were resolved. That's a pretty clear statement she made. A lot of guys have trouble with that. I know in my life, I had a lot of trouble with bringing up stuff from the past in early relationships. And it was like my girlfriend would be like, we already talked about this. Why do you keep bringing it up? Well, you're being insecure is what it is. In a way, it was confusing because she brought up how she wasn't looking for a relationship but still acted like a girlfriend and did relationship-type things with me. See, the fact that you were never called her boyfriend and you were together for 3 years means she wasn't all in my book. Did she ever call another guy her boyfriend before that? Or she was hurt in the past and didn't want to fully commit? Because if you're not giving each other a title, you're not fully together, I'm sorry to say, in my book. That's secret lover type stuff. I mean, if you're out together, you'd say, oh, this is just my friend, but deep down you feel like you're more. That's friends with benefits then, but you're acting like this was a relationship. So somewhere along the lines, someone thought more of the relationship than the other person. I'm assuming you thought more of it than her, and that's a recipe for disaster. I noticed all the signs that things were changing, but I ignored them due to complacency. Good word. A lot of us fall into complacency, especially if you're together for 3 years. We still had fun from time to time, but it wasn't the same. I had a hard time accepting that, especially when she went away to med school. Well, if she went away to med school, maybe that's why she didn't want to be official, because she knew that bell was going to ring one day and she wasn't going to have a long-distance relationship. So she might have saw it coming. You might have, subconsciously pushed it to the side or conveniently, but I think she saw that in the horizon. I tried what I thought was my best to fix the situation, but to no avail. I came across your work and Corey Wayne's as well to see what went wrong. I saw most of what I did wrong, but I did not want to come down on myself because I did a lot of good too. Well, you're dissecting and analyzing the situation now. You got the story to me. You know, you're in a solution-based mode right now. You probably made some mistakes, but you probably did a lot of good things, and it could have been one of those situations. She planned on going to med school the whole time and had a lot of fun with you and considered you someone close to her, but she didn't want to ever commit at this time in her life. It might not have been personal. It might have just been circumstance, but let's see what the story says. I really just want to be better all around. Good. Good. I really just want to be better all around. Good. Self-improvement. There's a lot of books you can read on that. My channel has a lot to offer. That's a great place to start. To date, I started off trying to call and talk. She did talk to me and even mentioned meeting up soon, but realized that that was a mistake, so I went into no contact. This idea that you're trying, that you're not just calling her up to see how things are going, you're trying to get her back. Women sense that like blood in the water for a shark. It's highly unattractive. I'll get more into that later. But realize that it was a mistake. I went into no contact. At first, it was used as a method to get her back, but now I see what you mean about it being useful to yourself. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? I mean, I've had people go, well, this and this. You can frame it any way you want. This is the best way to frame it. This is the best reason for you to be in no contact, is to do it for yourself. Absolutely. You got it down to the T. And it's hard because in your head you're like, oh, but if I do it, when will she? Some people are like, how long do I have to do it for? Who the fuck told you that there is some kind of shelf life on this? I mean, this is one of those things, like you said, you got to work on yourself. I mean, this is a time where, and if you're hurting right now and you call her up, oh, I'm going to try to get her back. I'm going to try to convince her back. The only type of people you get like that are ones that will take you back for pity. That's it. And a lot of women don't play that card. Men will do it. Men will take a woman back out of pity, and then they'll use her or they'll take advantage, and it's just a weak play. If you tried already, you got to go into no contact and work on yourself, and she's got to miss you. And if she misses you and makes a call to you, you need to be in a position where you're all of a sudden going, I got a lot of shit going for me. I've realized I got a lot of self-value. Maybe I don't even want you back, but hey, let's get lunch. You know, I'm talking about the way you have to be thinking. It made me focus more on myself and improving every day through daily action and a purpose. Thank you. You've been watching my videos, and you've down to a T. Thank you. I still have those moments where I think about her, but it does not faze me as much. Good. It takes time. There's going to be times where all of a sudden out of nowhere something comes up and you remember. It takes time. Just like I tell people, if you broke your kneecap or you broke your ankle, the doctor's going to say, do this, this, and this. And it's going to be like, sit in a chair for 2 weeks. Then it's going to be like, all right, you can walk a little bit. And then it's going to be like this. And then it's going to be like, it takes time, right? You might not walk for 6 months. And then it might take 7 months to really walk well, right? This is the same thing with breakup. It takes time. But the first part of your rehabilitation is no contact. I still have those moments where I think about her, but it does not faze me. Okay. In the last few weeks, she has contacted me, but I missed the calls due to being busy. That's fucking outstanding, dude. That's great. That's exactly the place you want to be. You're thinking like, oh, shit, she called me, but you were busy. You had shit going on. You have other things in your life besides waiting at the phone and hoping and wishing she calls you back. I returned the calls but received no answer. I only did that because she called me. I left it at that, but I'm wondering if I should have did that in the first place and whether I'm on the right track. Thank you for your time, and I appreciate the work you do. Well, thank you for saying thank you, bud. A lot of people don't, not a lot of people, I'd say about 20% of people just go right into what they're doing, don't even say thank you, and it's appreciated. So let's get back into this. This is an interesting situation. If you called her back and she didn't return your call, don't keep calling, okay? I think you were completely okay to call her, being that she called you and it's been some time of no contact. But if I returned the call, so she contacted me, but I missed the calls, so multiple calls. It's completely possible she just called you up for something like she needed some kind of advice or some kind of favor or whatever. But you calling her back, you had every right. You weren't out of line. You didn't need to play a further game. I returned the calls but received no answer. Leave it alone now. You return the calls. Don't continue to call her or be weak and needy, right? So you did the right thing there. You're in a good place. And I think that, I'm sorry, I just saw this other message just come up. So stay where you're at. Stay in no contact. Keep working on yourself. The idea that you're busy. And if she misses you and she really wanted to talk to you, she will call you back again. And when she does call you back again, do not go into, oh, I'm sorry, I was so busy. I did call you back. Don't do that. Just go, I saw the missed calls. I was wondering why you called. Is everything all right? How's everything going? Oh, good. And do not bring up the past. Do not bring up, because that's one of the things she didn't like, right? Do not bring up the past. Stay in the present. Keep it light. And keep it to a point where you got shit going on, right? And if you can, end the call on your terms. Do not do this. I've been doing this a little while now. I've talked to a lot of people, and this is a reoccurring thing. Oh, and I told her, anytime you want to call me, or anytime the door's wide open, if you ever want to call me and go out, do not leave it that way. Leave it on a note like, oh, it was great talking to you. We can catch up later. Maybe I'll give you a call this week. You set the date. Everyone goes, oh, can you can call me later on this week, and maybe we can get together. That leaves the woman like, okay, do I want to call him? Hey, later on this week I'm going to call you. Maybe we can get lunch or something. And if she says, yeah, that sounds nice, then that leaves the door open for you to call later on that week, have her waiting for your call, and in the process, you're not thinking, oh, is she going to call me back? Is she going to call me back? No, you set the tone that in 3 or 4 days, you'll call her back and get lunch. And if she's non-receptive, well, I've been really busy recently, say, oh, no problem, maybe another time. That's it. Done. Okay? Hope that helps you. Please visit writeMac.com if you've got a breakup story to tell, or if you'd like to book a live coaching session, get some further clarity, get a strategic plan in place, or just let it all out. Some people spend 2 hours and they just need to get everything out and have someone listen to it. And then from there, the next hour, we get into what you're going to do next. But some people just need to get it out, and it's highly therapeutic for them. Afterwards, they say, oh, my God, that felt good to just have someone listen, give some insight. So, everyone else, thank you for supporting the channel.